Arthur, can you describe the thrill of, is there one of a certain kind when a game is going well, when people have described performing highs and various
You're in the
things.
zone,
As
we say, yeah.
Is there something where you've broken through the barrier or whatever, flying free or however you want to put it?
You're in the area of metaphysics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, a player will play like that, yes. And it doesn't last very long. It may last from 3 or 4 minutes to, it could last for half hour. Seldom lasts more than a day or two, no matter who it is. Yeah. I mean, everybody, relatively speaking, has his own level.
Yeah.
I mean, player number 28, if he's been around for 5 or 6 years, he knows that he will never be as good as Bjorn Borg. He knows it. Mm-hmm. So he knows what his level is. Yeah. So if one day he suddenly goes up to play Bjorn Borg and he beats Borg the first set 6-love, he'll say, oh, wow. But he knows that he can't sustain that. Yeah. Whereas at that same level, Bjorn Borg may be just playing normally. Mm-hmm. So for Bjorn Borg or Connors or McEnroe to achieve this supernatural level, well, that would really be tennis that probably I've never seen before.
Has every tennis player experienced this?
Oh, sure.
I've got it
yes.
now. I hope it lasts.
Yeah.
I'm in it
on
now.
On a relative basis. Yeah, no question. Everybody goes through it every once in a while. You come in the locker room, you've won, and you go, I just played out of my mind today. But and they know tomorrow they won't play like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mind definitely gets in the way sometimes.
Well, do you think it gets in the way? Borg always loses the Open, U.S. Open, doesn't he?
Yeah, he finds a way to lose it, yeah.
Now, would a psychiatrist say that's, or do you need to be a psychiatrist to say there's something going on there?
I don't know, several of our tennis magazines explored that, and some psychologists said that there may be something to that, but I think we haven't given him enough tries. Borg is only 24 years old. Let's ask him that when he's 30.
Yeah, when he's getting over the hill.
Yeah, when he's won 10 Wimbledons. Yeah.
Did you say that women players ought to be kept in their place or something to that effect? No, you couldn't have said anything like that.
I said it when Billie Jean wasn't listening.
There was something about...
No.
It had a practical answer to it, but it was...
No, it was very practical. We've come to realize that, like other sports, our appeal is about 70% entertainment and 30% pure sport. Mm-hmm. And as such, the amount of money that we make or that we can command in prize money is directly related to our box office appeal. Sure. Now, what I said was that women don't deserve the same amount of prize money as men. They don't. We are not out there making car doors for Ford Motor Company. Mm-hmm. Now, one example I like to use is, let's suppose Caesar's Palace was going to have the Carpenters one week and Frank Sinatra the next week. Now, would you pay Frank Sinatra the same that you'd pay the Carpenters? Obviously not. You'd pay Frank quite a bit more than you'd pay the Carpenters for the exact same number of hours.
You mean some real carpenters? Or no, of course not.
So all I was saying is that the caliber and the quality of the matches put on by a draw of 128 women could in no way right now, in the fall of 1980, equal the appeal of a draw of the best 128 men. One day, the women might, command more, but right now, it's not the same. But at the top, there's no question that Chrissy or Tracy Austin, they are just as powerful as a Borg or a McEnroe. But unfortunately, you start with, in the first round of 64 matches. Yeah. And the women usually win those matches very easily. I mean, Chrissy Everett seldom loses more than 2 games a set until she gets to the quarterfinals. Whereas almost assuredly, one of the 16 seeds in the men will lose in the first or second round.
Can you make them understand this as you mean it, or does it seem to them?
Oh, Billie Jean, she got on me, and she said, "How could you do that? After all, I supported you through the civil rights days. Now you're letting me down." Billie Jean, it's apples and oranges. We're not talking about the same thing. I would support you wholeheartedly if you were striking because Ford Motor Company didn't pay you the same as they paid some man for doing the same job. But this is entertainment. This is not, a job whereby, like most other people have. It's whatever you can bargain for.
Yeah. But she's probably still not convinced.
No, I mean, she wants to say it's equal pay for equal work, but that has absolutely nothing to do with it. No.
You're talking box office and...
That's exactly what I'm talking. That's what it is.
Yeah. Last night when you talked about heart attack and all, and I think you used the phrase reordering your priorities, or...
Yeah. Yeah, your producer was surprised I got here on time.
Oh?
Yeah, when I came last night and tonight, geez, you're here. I don't have to worry about you. I said, well, that led me to believe that you worry about everybody else. And no, I've tried to change the way I live my life. I allow more time now for things, which my wife doesn't believe, but I try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the scale of values of what's important,
health is number one, no question. I was just reading in the New York Times, the science section, about the surgery I had last December, the coronary, but it was in last Tuesday's paper. And one of the things there that I read and I know that disturbs me is that my condition will probably progress even though I've had the surgery. That is, I may probably have this operation again in 20 years. And in fact, the odds are that I will. Yeah.
But there's a lot you can do to...
Oh, sure. I'm on a no cholesterol diet now. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as literally no?
Well, I can't take it quite as far. I mean, I don't want to take it quite as far as Nathan Pritikin's book describes, something like that. That's really cold turkey. That's like solitary confinement. But that's difficult to do. And for $4,000, Nathan Pritikin will do it for you.
Yeah.
But basically, it's no red meat and no dairy products except foods made from skim milk. So I don't eat any red meat, no cheese, butter, no whole milk, no ice cream, things like no butter.
Yeah. What do you use for butter then?
Margarine.
Yeah. But then there are people who say, but that's toxic in many ways, and you're better off with butter.
You gotta eat something.
You always used to hear that athletes always were more in danger than other people because one of the dangers of exercising is that you stop exercising, and then the heart fills with fat, and so is that pretty much
that's
established?
Pretty true. Yeah, no question. I've been absolutely amazed, in some instances appalled, at when I see some ex-athletes, 5-6 years after their retirement, and I just, to myself, I wonder how can he or she let herself or himself let himself go like that.
Yeah.
I'm just I don't see why they did that. I would never do that.
Not only because of the danger of it, but because it looks bad.
It looks bad, and I would have thought that they would know better. Yes, and they would have also more self-discipline. I think it also puts to rest the notion that athletes are highly disciplined. A little bit, because if they can't discipline themselves after their playing days are over, then maybe they didn't have the discipline to begin with. Except, for having a coach or a manager, they're beating them over the head saying you're going to go to bed at 10 o'clock, you're going to get up at this time, and so forth and so on.
How does your man feel about the government report that seemed to be reassuring on the cholesterol question in the past year? That didn't seem to be
No. My Dr. Steve Scheit over at New York Hospital, no, he thinks the government, or the council that put out that report didn't do so with the best interests of everybody at heart. No pun intended.
At heart?